Yeah, it's literally, I'm not even kidding. I turned off the recording and then immediately turned it back on. Hello and welcome back to, you can literally see the reflection in my eyes, but if I close the window, it's going to mess up the light. I have a ring light for a reason. If you comment in the first video, get your ring light. I have one. It's just I don't plug it in because I keep on forgetting like an idiot. I don't turn it on. It has a bunch of modes. It has a bunch of modes. It has power on. It has lower brightness and higher brightness. It has all these cool. It has lights. It has colored lights. It has more colored lights in Minecraft. And then it has like these cool ones where like it phases through a bunch of colors, but you can't see it because it's freaking it comes off of my shirt. You can see it. But my favorite ones are the and flashing lights warning, literally. My favorite ones are when they just start freaking flash. Oh my freaking god! I forgot it was that. Oh my god! I can't even look at it. It's great because you can't go backwards, so you have to go through all the flashing lights to get out of the flashing lights. Yeah, I got this thing at 5 Below before they freaking, you should have seen what that 5 Below. That 5 Below was awful. Holy freaking crap. The crooked 5 Below management. I won't go into it. It's not my story to tell. So, welcome to Introspection. So in this video, I'm going to be going over a lot of the things I think are going to give me issues in this series. I'm going to set up. I put some things on the document. I put some things on the Excel sheet that I know I don't know how to do. And there's one category in particular that is going to be the hardest, so stick around for that one. It's going to be at the very end. So let's just start going through them and just act like there's no issues. Act like the last category doesn't exist for now. Meta is going to be very easy. A lot of the stuff on there are stuff I actually want to talk about, right? The Mr. Beast video, I think we're going to talk about how, like, he's a freaking freak. Holy freaking crap, he scares me. I honestly, I think if he put all that YouTube power into, like, killing someone, they would be, like, dead, but, like, 5 times over. Holy crap. There's going to be some videos and commentary and more that I'm gonna have to. The John Wick rant. John Wick rant is probably gonna be one of the harder ones to go through because I'm afraid I'm gonna tick some people off. I want to know. You see that on there, and you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, they don't like John Wick." I love John Wick. I watch every movie. I just have some problems with the story that I want to note. But I want to know this. If you want to watch John Wick, if you even like, I might want to watch it immediately. Watch it now. I don't care if you have to do some illegal, like, downloading a car, you should watch it. It's great. It's absolutely amazing. It's worth every second I watched it. It got me into watching movies. I'm not a movie guy. You laugh, you lose. You laugh, you lose is going to be decently difficult. The reason why is because I don't know what I'm going to be reacting to or trying not to laugh at. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get videos. I might just look up some, like, dank meme compilations, offensive. And, like, the offensiveness is like, well, I don't like minorities. But shout out to my man, Boring Reacts. Boring Reaction is literally just going to be me, like, I'm not even going to be, like, I'm going to have my screen blacked out. I'm going to have the video playing in the background. Like, that's how low effort I'm going to make it. Food reviews is going to be very funny because you know what the number one thing about food reviews are? Being in public, driving a car, being on the side of the road. So I plan on buying, like, McDonald's or something like that and then eating it in a mall food court, which is, like, across the street from the McDonald's. But food reviews are like, we're gonna eat big food. 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 Like, it's some freaking crap like that. These food reviewers go nuts. They always like do some song and dance, and I'm gonna have to do that like in public and crap. And I have I know I'm the type of person to be able to do it. It's just gonna feel weird the first time. Gameplay is so easy. You might be like, oh, but Minecraft hardcore. Minecraft hardcore is something I'll do in a freaking week, casually. It's not that hard. It's just I don't feel like playing it. A difficult one in the challenge category is actually the real life one. I don't know what I'm going to do for it. I have some ideas. I was thinking about trying to see how long I can stay in a tent. I think an interesting video. I want to note this one rule I have. I banned doubling up videos, so I can't, for example, make a horror game speedrun and count that as 2 separate videos. I need to make a horror game video and a speedrun video, even if I speedrun that horror game. If I speedrun the long play, I have to do a separate game for the speedrun video, for example. But the in real life one's kind of difficult. I was thinking a fun idea would be set up a tent in my backyard and not allow myself to leave it until I finish making a video. But I would need a laptop for that since I don't have... The only other thing I have is a Steam Deck. And I'll show it to you right now. This freaking thing. It's great for playing games that were released 5 years ago. Elden Ring plays decently well at 40 FPS in the DLC areas. Maybe I'm a freak for that. I have the anti-cheat off. So I get like some better FPS, but a lot of people have been complaining that FPS sucks in the DLC. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I want to note this real quick, and you might not be thinking this. The 100 days video doesn't only mean 100 in-game days, it means 100 real-life days, potentially, depending on what I do for the challenge. So just note that. I'm going to jumble up all of the educational category into one little thing. I'm not good at teaching people crap. Video essays. There are some ones here, but I want to note the Elden Ring is too easy one. I do want to note this. I want to single this one out. The Elden Ring is too easy video is there for one reason and one reason only. I believe the game can be trivialized too easily. I'm going to go more in detail when I do make the video, but one of my major things is that the open world is so open that you can get a plus 10 weapon in 2 bosses. Right? Somber weapon. So, if I wanted to use one of the best weapons in the game, the Bloodhound Blade, I can beat 2 bosses, and now it's the best weapon in the whole game. Or one of the best weapons. I also want to note, I barely make essay. I've never wrote a whole essay before. I barely ever wrote more than 100 pages, except for Rainbow Six Siege. But there are easy ones in the video essay category. Slop essay is literally just going to be a parody of those really bad plagiarized essays by, like, Illuminati, for example. We can skip listicles. For the second hardest category, in real life. In real life is a very difficult category, for one reason and one reason only. I want to note this. I was homeschooled. Okay, I want to be more... I was cyber-schooled. I didn't have a social life. I'm not a social butterfly. So when I say I have to do street interviews, I mean that I'm going to have to get through that mental barrier. But there are some good ones there. Like unboxing is going to be fun. Pranks are going to be fun. The fake 3M challenge I already have plans for. But now it's time for the category. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to skip in real life. We're not going to talk about it anymore. It's time for the category that's going to give me the most trouble. MISC. Other, whatever you want to call it. MISC as a category is intended to be the final battle of this whole thing. Every video in there can screw me up in a big way. It can cause a bunch of issues for me. And I can spend easily hundreds of dollars on one video on accident. I'm going to go through it. The easiest one there is Rainbow Six Part 2. It's a personal project. I only added it there because trailer plus the final challenge, I'll get into that later, was 2 videos before, but I felt like it should just be one check mark. So I decided to add Rainbow Six Part 2 as kind of a personal project. Still a difficult video. It's going to be like editing 50 hours of footage and having to edit it down to like an hour and still be good. But Rainbow Six Part 2, it's there for a reason. It's a personal project. It's a personal assignment. The rest of this, they have their little issues. Politics. I promise you I intend to stay as neutral as possible in that video. I think I want to mostly talk about personal, like, political beliefs that I feel like should be bipartisan. Like, minimum wage in America should go up to $10 minimum for everyone, for example. I feel like anybody who disagrees with that has to have a good freaking reason. Because there's no reason we should be paid $7 for our hard work in America. But I also want to talk about how I feel like there are some problems with politics right now. It's too us versus them. And there's good reasons for that, don't get me wrong. But I feel like we should talk about that. We should talk about why are there good reasons for that, and why I feel like we do have major problems in our system right now. That is if the world doesn't collapse in the next election. Honestly, politics is something I just threw in there because I wanted to challenge my writing. I wanted to challenge the way I talk around things and try to avoid topics in that video. Now it's time for the hard stuff. The VTuber video. The VTuber video. I don't have a VTuber model. I never intended on making one. That's the challenge of the video. Make a VTuber model, make a video out of it. I don't know what I'll do. A lot of the videos in MISC, I'm going to say what I'm going to do, and I'm going to tell you why I don't know what to do. Because what is there to really do with the VTuber model after that point? Do I make a gameplay video? Do I play Among Us with some friends? Who freaking knows? Whatever ChatGPT tells me to do. I'm going to ask it for one idea. What do you think will make me go viral? Give me one idea, I have to do it. No matter what. Even if it's a duplicate of something that's already here. I can veto if it tells me to, like, jump out of a plane with, like, the American flag stuck up my butt. I can veto it if it says something like that. But for most of the time, it should be good. Free space, but I have to have a sponsorship. I add that video in there just specifically to screw with me. And if I can't do that video, I have to do something else. Probably much harder. I haven't decided yet. I'll veto it if I can't. But I have some private restrictions, like I want to make at least $500 on it. I've been hyping this next one up since last video. Morg's parody. A lot of you might not remember or even know who Morgs is. So I think I need to give you some context. Morgs is a British YouTuber who is most known for basically ripping off every single Mr. Beast video Mr. Beast ever published. If Mr. Beast published a video like, I got 10 athletes to show me the fastest way to swim, Morgs would release a video where he got 10 of his friends to teach him how to swim faster. Or like, he would steal the title and it would be like different, it would be like athletes in like pool. The not board game. 8-ball, whatever it is. Basically, Morgs makes whatever Mr. Beast does 2 weeks later 10 times worse. So I need to do that. I need to find a video and say, how can I do that but even worse? Right? And 2 weeks later, I have a 2-week time frame. Live streamed event. Live streamed event is going to be very, very, very difficult. I'm going to tell you that immediately, right now. It's going to be very hard. And the reason why it's going to be very hard is because I need to do a live stream and then I need to turn it into a video. It can't be the same thing. I can't do the live stream and call it a day. I have to then turn that live stream into a full video. That video can easily drain a lot of money from me because I plan on doing it as if something like the inspiration for that one's Jerma. I'm sorry, it is. He's amazing at those live streamed events and I wanted to do one. Music video. I need to make a music video. I was thinking about, as a joke, doing a song that doesn't have lyrics, and the whole thing is like the hype in between moments when they're not singing. So it's like I'm in like a subway, and it's like a bunch of guys, and it's like there's no music, there's no, well, there's music, but there's no voice. So it's like, why is there a music video for this? And then there's trailer in the final test. A final challenge? I forget what I put in. Trailer in the final test. Trailer in the final test is the trailer for the final test and then the final test. The final test is, I have no idea. I haven't decided as of right now. The reason why I haven't decided yet is because I feel like if I decide now, I'm going to be limiting what I do later. So for example, if I say I'm going to camp for a week, that be the final test. The problem with that is that if I do that and I get like 1 million subscribers within this time frame, well then I just wasted a whole freaking challenge I could have spent burying myself alive like Mr. Beast and make a whole big Mr. Beast reference. Or like, let's say, alright, I'm going to, again, bury myself alive. Well, what if I don't make enough money to bury myself alive? Then I'm doing an unnecessary risk in like a wooden coffin or some crap like that. There's no way to make that video now with knowledge I know now, because there'll be knowledge I know later that's going to be 10 times better for that exact same video. So I'm going to wait until I have the knowledge and the space to make that video, which is going to be at the end of this whole thing, right? I think that should be all. Fun, a lot of the stuff at the end are either stuff I personally want to talk about or things that I think are the hardest thing in that category. The fun reaction is going to be like my older reaction videos I used to do, which I still think are great, but are plagued by audio problems and the fact that there's no face cam. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I've been recording for like 30 minutes now. I really hope... I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that this video is probably going to be very rough around the edges. You know, I haven't found a way to do the green screen properly. I literally just a orb around me. I can't get it so that I can like hold my arm down all directions and it not cut me off, because I literally don't have the space for that. What can you say? This is my second video I'm making in this series. I'll learn a lot. Feedback is appreciated. I know this is going to be a hard challenge. I know it's going to take me a very long time. But at the end of it all, I can go directly to Mr. Beast's office and say, I made you 100 videos. Screw you. Unless I'm getting that quote wrong, then screw me. I haven't double checked it yet. And you can't stop me. Tune in next time for the long play, and then the time after that for probably the fake 3 AM challenge, because I think that's the funniest. I might just parody the, like, shipping myself across the country, and I get, like, a cardboard box set and be like, oh my god, guys, I'm shipping myself to 3 AM house. If you like and subscribe right now, I will make 3 AM permanent. I got a green screen in here. I just like how talking on camera and looking at myself. 2 out of 100.